I've been traveling the 7 seas trying to find this next place. We've come to basically a place that serves Ayam Penyet, which is basically fried and smashed chicken with rice. And let's just say I'm gonna need a glove to eat this one, because this fried chicken that's flattened, but it's absolutely lathered in green chili. It looks like one of the spiciest things I've eaten in my life. And by the way, only other place I can think of where I would have had chicken this spicy was in Lahore, when we had that tava chicken grill, which was absolutely spicy. But they did end up watering it down in the end with a bit of yogurt. These guys don't do that. It's just straight smashed up green chili on basically a big utensil. It's like this massive bowl, and they've got this massive smasher, and literally they just pummel the green chili, and then they basically lather that in the chicken after it's been flattened, so it absorbs more of the flavors, and it comes with rice, and you can choose to get tofu or tempeh on the side. In this case, we got aubergine. Let's go. That aubergine is far too hot for me to try, so I'm gonna go with the chicken first. Now let's get a little bit of the chicken and the green chili. Oh my word, this I think could cause problems, but it is what it is. Let's go. Oh my god. Right, here we go. Bismillah. That got straight to my brain. That's also really, really salty actually. There's a salt kick you get from it and a spice kick you get from it. Spiciest thing I've had in my life. This is unbelievable. Honestly guys, I think you got to try it out for the vibe. As food goes, there's wonderful food here that you could try that doesn't need to be this spicy. I'm gonna go in again with a little bit of aubergine this time. Don't ask me why I'm doing this. I'm doing it for the content. Ayam Penyet. Do I have to? It's the real question.
You have to.
Do I have to?
You have to do it.
You know I run marathons, yeah? You know I'm built different. Do I have to know? Woohoo! Thank you so much. No, I'm joking. Alright, let's go, let's go.
Oh, what a dog. I want quickly.
That's unbearable. Oh my goodness, look at that.
Rush over the cucumber. The only bit of water in his vicinity. You got marathons, yeah?
Okay.
Absolute shock, the water. Wow. Wait, Ayam Man. Wait, Ayam Man, what's the reaction? What you got to say? Sunglasses on to cover the tears. Wow.
Oh my god, oh my god. It's nice, it's nice, it's nice. Mine, it's mine. It's mine.
He was not sweating that much, by the way, and there were not that many tears coming out of his eyes.
Whatever.
I have to admit, it's a very long-lasting flavor sensation. So the initial kick is like dangerous, but the long-lasting nature of the spice is, I think, what makes it more dangerous. Like, I'm fine though. Oh, I'm sure you are. I'm sure you are. With every passing second, the salivation rate increases and the lips begin to swell up. It's no joke. It's no joke. We come to Bakso Solo, which is a very popular spot for the very popular food. Now, this Bakso dish is super interesting because it's made of minced meat and tapioca starch.
and effectively that creates a meatball. And this is a very, very common thing here. You can get a Chinese version, or you can get a more local Indonesian style version, but it's literally within the top 10 foods that you must try when you come here. Everywhere you go, there's street food vendors that are selling it, some form of the bakso, and it's basically meatballs in a stew and some noodles in there too. And you can often pick the type of noodles you want, the type of meatballs you want, etc. And then you got the sort of spices around. Fun fact for you, Barack Obama, the former president of the United States of America, 2-term serving Barack Obama, he often reminisced about the food scene in Jakarta, and when he did that, he reminisced about 2 particular food items. One of them is the bakso, and now I'm gonna try it and tell you what I think. Let's go. Guys, the bakso has arrived and I am bloody well excited. By the way, the stew situation here is unbelievable. As soon as you open the lid for this stew, the aroma just came racing through the nostrils. It's a mix of like salty, bit vegetably, meaty, umami, everything. Let's have a spoon. Oh wow. Oh, I've got the perfect level of salt and umami flavor. It's like a very nice meaty soup, meaty stew. And then of course, the main situation here is of course that bakso, or the meatball. Look at that. Tapioca, starch, and minced beef. That is genuinely comfort in your mouth, and it's different from, let's say, a Western meatball. I think the minced meat is more fine, and then it's mixed with that tapioca starch, which gives it a gelatinous, almost bouncy texture, less granular as a sort of meatball that you're used to having, but super, super delicious and very different to what we're used to having. That is a lovely, meaty delight. Another thing, synonymous with Indonesian cuisine, by the way, are the crackers. They love crackers with everything. Oh, it's a bit more firm, crispy, dense, and also quite oily, that crisp. So it works very well with the soup. And then of course, there's the noodle element to this dish as well. So here we've got white noodles, which are almost clear, like kind of like glass noodles. Let's go. Oh, dense, a little bit chewy, so comforting. I mean, that, as comforting dishes go, you're not going to get much better than that. Mmm. That's very nice. You like it? Mmm. Like a bouncy ball. Oh, so nice. So simple, perfectly salted. You're right, it could do with a bit of sambala. But other than that, bakso, absolute success. Not much spice in there at all, by the way, and that is because on the side is where all the sambal lies. So if you want to spice it up, by all means you can. Bakso, very much understand why it is Barack Hussein Obama's one of his favorite Indonesian dishes, at least. Alright guys, we have come to an absolutely incredible place to demonstrate the Dutch colonial links in this part of the world. So we come to a place called Café Batavia. Batavia is the old name for Jakarta. It's also the sort of Dutch name for Jakarta. So Café Batavia basically celebrates some of that heritage. This building itself was constructed in the 1700s and it's been around for hundreds of years, and it's actually right next to, pretty much on the square, the old Batavia Square, which was the main kind of central point when the Dutch ruled this city. Since then, this square has been renamed the Fatahillah Square, and opposite us is the Museum of Jakarta, which once upon a time was almost like the central state building that the Dutch used to use and do conduct their administration from. So this place basically celebrates that history, and if you look around, the architecture here, it's so European. It's completely different to the rest of Jakarta, which is obviously this sprawling city that's got so much going on. So this area is a bit less packed,
a bit more open, a bit more airy, and very much of a completely different side of Jakarta. Café Batavia has got some brilliant food options. It's actually won a number of awards for being the sort of best bar in this part of the world many times. So it's a place that lots of people come to, but we've come here again to try some traditional Indonesian things, but also to try and show you a little bit of the Dutch influences on the cuisine here in Indonesia. So for example, the oxtail soup, which we have here in front of us, is a very classic Indonesian dish, but it's got huge influences from the Dutch. For example, within this soup, the stew and the broth is very sort of Dutch, and the vegetables and the cooking method here is a typically Dutch concoction. So this right here is a beautiful amalgamation of the two different types of cuisines. It comes served with rice and of course crackers. We mentioned how important crackers are to Indonesian cuisine. And then we've got here the soy sauce, the really thick soy sauce, as well as the chili sauce and the lime. So we're going to get to that shortly. But before we get there, we're going to try this bad boy, because this is literally a taste of classy Indonesian drinks. This is called the Bir Pletok. It's a herbal drink and it's made from nutmeg, palm sugar, cardamom and lemongrass. And check this out, the straw is a cinnamon stick. So let's go. Oh my god. Oh, that is just a celebration of exotic flavors. I mean, as you drink it, I don't know if you're meant to drink it through the cardamom stick, but when you do, it just adds this lovely nutty flavor to it. It's got a little bit of spice to it as well, and it is so refreshing. Sweet, fragrant, refreshing, not overly sweet by the way. It's like a subtle sweetness. It's the most flavoursome drink I've ever had. Very good. Another one has just arrived because we took one sip of it and realised how good it is, so we immediately needed another one. Next, we're also going to try a little bit of Indonesian coffee. This is a serious coffee here. It's one of the various types of coffees you can get on the menu. This one has got butterscotch in it. It's got a creamy flavour and butterscotch in it. It also has a nutty and spicy fragrance to it too. Let's go. Oh my god, I've genuinely never had coffee like this in my life. Guys, I've told you, the bold, exotic flavours of this part of the world transcend any form of experience I have had, any form of experience that most people in the West have had. It's a whole new level, and these flavours are incredible. This is a lovely, nutmeggy, aromatic coffee. It's light and it's iced, and it's genuinely just glorious. Right, enough of the drinks. Now what we're going to do is try that famous oxtail soup. So let's get a little bit of that soupy glory in here. And there's so many vegetables in here, by the way. Very European looking potatoes, by the way. These vegetables are not the type of vegetables you're gonna have in classic Indonesian food. They've got much more exotic stuff that, you know, the West couldn't even dream of. Now let's get a little bit of meat from the oxtail. Oh man, this looks unbelievable. This looks unbelievable. Okay, here we go.
Seafood, fish, seafood.
Wow. That is unbelievable. So comforting actually, and just genuinely tastes so European. Just comparing this to the bakso soup that we just had, which is a bit more Indonesian, a bit more flavoursome, very different. This is subtle, this is comforting, and it's so delicious. I mean, you've got the potatoes in there, you've got the tomatoes in there, which are wonderful. That oxtail is a lovely flavoursome cut of meat as well. So the meaty, stewy flavour is just standing out. I'm going to do the Indonesian thing of sticking this in here. Oh, crunchy and glorious. Almost every Indonesian dish has like crackers and rice with it as well, which is brilliant. Guys, I am so happy. I love tasting an amalgamation of cultures and the sort of resulting product, and this is a harmony of Dutch influences on Indonesian influences, on Javanese influences. I couldn't be happier. For dessert, we've gone for Q Bangkong, which again is a very famous Indonesian dessert. Obviously very bougie up in this place. It's effectively rice flour and a coconut batter that's cooked in a special mold. And I'm not gonna lie, when you look at it, it looks a bit like maybe like a crispy dumpling or a Bangladeshi fita, which we've shown you on this channel before. So the premise is you get a little bit of this stuff, a little bit of vanilla ice cream. By the way, look how beautifully that is presented. There's a little bit of gold there, you've got leaves here, sprinkle of sugar.
Is eat the meat, doing exactly the recipe that I'm doing.
That is absolutely delicious.
Which is generally over.
The exterior is quite crispy. Inside it's almost like mush. It's like mush pudding in your mouth. And genuinely, it's not that sweet at all. It tastes like it could be a savoury item. I think the lines are very blurred between what is savoury and what is sweet in this place. And you know what? I love them all the more for it. There's some sort of crushed cashews or almonds or something there as well, which adds a nutty crunch. Unbelievable. Check out Café Batavia when you're here.
And that concludes our Cuisine in Indonesia series for now. We have absolutely loved every second of Jakarta. The sprawling, vibrant city never fails to deliver culinary magic. You'll be happy to hear, though, that this isn't the end of our food tour of Southeast Asia. Next, we head to neighbouring Malaysia, where the expedition continues. See you then.